Okay, today is May 29th, 2017, and right now at 2:30 p.m. in the afternoon, we've got a temperature of 82 degrees in the foothills of Los Angeles. The relative humidity is 44%. The dew point is 58 degrees. It feels muggy out, kind of humid, and the barometric pressure has dropped. It's down at 29.87. And today we have heavy chemtrail spraying over Southern California and over most of Southern and Central California. Let's take a look at that map right now, and we can see what's happening here. We have a moisture field moving in. There's a low pressure system right here, but we have transmitter manipulation right here, which is installing high pressure. We've got the pressure charts are showing a lot of squiggly lines over Southern California. And there isn't much rain. There isn't any rain in Southern California. Let's take a look at that map right now. That map is not working. Let's refresh that. Come back to it. Okay, next big news is over in Texas. Let's take a look at that right now. We have a huge thunderstorm that's been dumping baseball-sized hail. And we can see a blast pattern right here as this storm is hit with a microwave. And I couldn't get this done earlier, but earlier there was a great shot of a few frames back where we see the microwave hitting this area. But nonetheless, we can still see a blast pattern shooting out here. The side of the storm is blowing out. We can see the pressure wave right here. There's actually a shock wave that shoots way out here. We can see that right about here. A circular shock wave that moves out. And look at this L-shaped imprint right here where that transmitter leaves an imprint right here. This is the latest targeting area right here where that microwave is destroying that storm. So this is the visible light map. We can see that blast pattern up here as well. Let's look at the infrared map. We can see where they blow a hole right through the center of this. About 3 or 4 hours ago, this was all deep red, way down here on the far end of the scale. And that is the depth of the water vapor in this thunderstorm. And of course, this is very abnormal to just see a hole open up. The meteorologists on television won't show us these details. They show us the cartoon version of the weather. All right, so this is obviously a microwave hitting this area and superheating this storm, and that's what's causing this blast pattern up here. We have rapidly expanding water vapor shooting out, and that's what causes that scatter pattern, and also the pressure wave blowing out of the backside. Okay, so here's the water vapor map. You can see that blast ring right out here, right there, and the whole thing is moving out to the east. Let's take a look at that Doppler map. Here we go. Okay, so we can see that there is some rain down here. Actually, there's a right angle here a couple of hours ago. There was a perfect right angle on this area of moisture right down here where the where I was just showing you the that blast pattern. And this is no longer a right angle, but it does show the imprint. Still, we see a straight edge right along this side here. And that's where the transmitter is blowing holes into this weather system. Now, I'd like to hear from the people in Texas if there's any large flocks of birds that are found dead in this southeastern Texas area. We'd like to hear about that because of the news that we've heard over the last 5 years. When these large storms are targeted with microwave, and if there's birds in the area, that will that energy will kill those birds. It instantly superheats the blood in their capillaries and everywhere else, and of course that ruptures the capillaries. Everything expands. Boiling liquids expand, and so that's what causes these birds to hemorrhage and fall out of the sky. All right, so we can see here on the map that here about 2 or 3 hours ago, right here is where they're blowing this thing apart, and that's showing up here in the visible light map right here. There's a big hole that opens up right there, and also down here. So this is over land, and so we'd like to hear if there's any dead animals, birds mainly, in this area. Okay, let's go back to the west coast. We have a upper level low spinning right just east of Hawaii. That's a giant low, and this is looks to be stationary. They've got this thing blockaded with the transmitter, and of course this is the jet stream. And they don't want the jet stream getting into this low, so they've got this all blockaded. You see the rainbow map here, which is corrupted. Some of the frames are corrupted, but we can see that that channel that's been built in. This is all installed right here to prevent this flow from merging into that low. And then out here, as this moves towards the west coast, this is all barricaded with high pressure as well. So they've got this area protected. I will say protected only because the repairs are going on in the Oroville Dam area, and heavy rain in that area will not do those people any good. However, there is some rain showing up here in the High Sierra and over in the near the coastal area of Northern California, just inland here from Eureka. Okay, no rain for Central and Southern California, obviously nothing there at all. We have heavy chemtrail spraying going on right now. And once again, we see that opportunity for rain. We've got a low pressure system right here, which should be delivering rain to the entire state, dumping more water in those reservoirs and rivers. And of course, that's being stopped. The transmitter right on top of this, the center of that low, that vortex is completely black, and there's no very little rotation. We can see the evaporation towards the end of this loop. Everything evaporates. And same thing down here. We've got a transmitter focusing RF right in this area. That is drying out the jet stream flow, which is right here. Take a look at the jet stream map right here, I believe it is. There it is. And we can see some partial jet stream flow into the west coast. And of course, we have that high pressure blockade, that vertical blockade right here. And that will prevent any additional moisture from getting in. This low pressure. Let's take a look at these other maps real quick. We've got the sea level pressure map. We can see a lot of squiggly lines at the surface level. We have a low out here, and we've got that high pressure right here. This is installed by a transmitter. Here's the 500 millibar map, and we can see the squiggly lines here where all those transmitters are affecting the pressure. This is the 500 millibar, which is 18,000 feet. Got a low out here, and we've got this low right here, which is right near the Hawaiian Islands. 500 millibar, we show that upper level low right here, and more squiggly lines, transmitter manipulation in this area over Central and Southern California. There is some rain, as I mentioned, in Northern California. Let's go back to this map right here. We can see that Central California is not getting much rain, actually no rain. Let's go back to the Doppler. We can see that. Not much rain in Central or none in Southern California. Okay, so that's pretty much the report. We've got that corrupted map. We can see the moisture moving in and a very heavy chemtrail spraying. This is the first heavy spray day we've had in quite a while. The last few days, there were jets up spraying dissipating trails, possibly sampling the air. But today they're going at it full force, spraying. We almost have a whiteout here at 2:30 p.m. Okay, so that is the report, and we'll just leave it right here. This is some pretty good evidence of what these microwave transmitters are doing. They use a coherent microwave, most likely, very highly concentrated. A coherent microwave preceded the laser, and so we see some very powerful energy at work here, which is evaporating this water, superheating it actually, and that's what causes this blast pattern. And the shock wave, we can see the side of this blowing out, and that disturbs and disrupts the convective process of these giant thunderstorms. but it also kills birds and a lot of other things. So that's not good. And look at that right angle right there. Okay, so we'll leave it here and do another update probably tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of the vacation. Okay, that's it.